So here we are with question number 11, and we've been asked to complete the table of ordered pairs for the given linear equation, and we have x plus 2y equals 4, and then an xy table of values. Now question 11 is very similar to question number 10 that we just completed, only if we look back here at question number 10, notice we were given an equation, a linear equation, just like we are with question 11, and in question 10 we were given an ordered pair to complete. So we were given an x comma y. The only difference between 10 and 11 is now we've still been given an equation, we're still being given ordered pairs, except the ordered pairs that we're being given are just in an xy table. That's it. So we're still given an x, and in this case we're trying to find the missing y, and then here with row 2 and row 3 we're given no x, but we are given a corresponding y. So for row 2 it's going to be our job to find the missing x, and for row 3 here again we have no x, we were given a y, so it's going to be our job to find the missing x component, the x coordinate for the given y here. So let's go ahead and dive in and see how we do this. So we're going to be using the given equation x plus 2y is equal to 4. And first things first, we want to find the missing y value for this first ordered pair in the first row. And if it helps you, you can go ahead and think of this as an ordered pair traditionally given to us as an x comma y. So that's all this means. It's just in a table form. So since we've been given the x coordinate, it's going to be our job to find the missing y. So we know that an ordered pair is an x comma y. So just like before, we'll let our x be represented by that teal color, and we'll let the y be represented by that pinkish color. So since we were given an x value, in this case 0, let's find the missing y by plugging what we were given into the equation and solving. So we were given x, so let's plug in our x, in this case 0, plus 2y is equal to 4. Let's clean this up and solve for y. Well, in front of this set of parentheses is an invisible 1 as the coefficient, so when we distribute, positive 1 times 0 is still 0, plus 2y is equal to 4. Well, in this case, because this is just 0 plus 2y, we can go ahead and say, all right, fair enough, we can get rid of that 0 without changing the value of this equation. And now to isolate y, all we have to do is divide by the coefficient of y, which in this case is 2. So when we divide the left and right hand side by 2, on the left, those 2's are gone, leaving just a y, equals, and here on the right, positive 4 divided by positive 2 gives us 2. So here is our first value that we have found. So let's go back over to our table, and I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to get rid of this drawing here, and let's fill in the missing y that we just found. So when x is 0, the corresponding y that we just found through our algebra is positive 2. Alright, so there it is, first row done. Let's go ahead and do the same process for the second point. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that work up there. And this time we can see that we were given no x, but we were given a y. So let's go ahead, plug in the y for 0, and see what happens. So we have x plus 2 times y, but y according to this point is 0. Is equal to positive 4. So let's clean up the left-hand side here and see what ends up happening. So we have x, and then when we distribute this positive 2, we're going to end up with x, and positive 2 times 0 is 0 equals 4. And because we have x plus 0, we know adding or subtracting 0 from some value doesn't change the value itself, so we can go ahead and let that 0 disappear, leaving just x equals positive 4. So again, let's come back over to our table of values here and plug in the 4 for x. So when x is 4, the corresponding y is 0. And last but not least here, we'll perform this operation again, only we are going to plug in this time a positive 9 for y. So let's go ahead and for the final time, we're finding the missing x. So x plus 2y. But again, let's go ahead and plug in our value for this point. So positive 9 is equal to 4. Let's clean up the left-hand side here by distributing. So we end up with x, and positive 2 times positive 9 gives us positive 18 equals 4. And only one step here to isolate the variable x. We'll just subtract 18 from both sides. And when we do that, well, 18 minus 18 is now gone. So the only thing remaining on the left is our x variable equals, and positive 4 minus 18 is negative 14. And so there we have it. Our final missing coordinate, we'll plug that into our table. So positive 14, comma, oh, negative 14, excuse me. Don't want to get the sign wrong. So negative 14, comma, 9. So there we have it. We've, through algebra, completed our XY table here and found all three ordered pairs. And there we have it, number 11.